Hi guys, I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys an example on 3-digit by 2-digit division. And the example we're gonna do together is 415 divided by 83. On your homework, you are gonna have to estimate, so I'm gonna go ahead and review how you estimate, and then we're gonna go ahead and solve the problem. So when you estimate, I'm gonna go ahead and write this again. So 415 divided by 83. When you estimate for division, always look at that second number first and actually round it by circling the number, the first one, and asking its neighbor, are you more than 4? 3 is not more than 4, so that means our 8 has to stay the same, and that 3 is going to become a 0. Right? Now I can look at my second number, 415, and I have to think to myself, ignore the 0, what number can I divide easily by 8? Look at your 4. I cannot do 4 divided by 8, right? That won't give me an answer, so let's try 41. Will 41 divided by 8 give me an answer? And I know that while 41 divided by 8 I can do, I know easily I can divide 40 by 8, right? 40 divided by 8 will give me a nice answer. So I'm going to turn that 41 into 40, and that 5 I'm going to turn into a 0. Now I have something I can solve easily. Let me go ahead and cross out my 0 here. That means I have to cross out 1 0 in 400. Now I can easily solve 40 divided by 8, right? If you know your 8's times tables, you would see that 8, 16, 24, 32, 40. Oh, 40 divided by 8 is 5. So that means our answer should be close to 5. Now I'm going to go ahead and actually solve the problem. So when you have an answer or a question written side to side, you have to write it up and down. So I'm going to go ahead and put my little house. On the inside, always write the bigger number. So I'm going to go ahead and write 415. On the outside, you write the other number, which is 83. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and draw my line to show my thinking on this side. And I can actually start. So let's start by looking at that 4, and you're gonna think to yourself, well, 83 times a number give me 4. And I know that's not possible, so I put an X, and I put an X up above the 4. Now I can look at my next number, which is the 1. Now I'm thinking to myself, well, 83 times something give me 41. And again, I know that's not possible. I cannot do 83 times any number to be 41, so I'm going to put an X. And that means you also have to put an X above the 1. Now I can look at the next number, the 5. Now I have 415, and I think to myself, well, 83 times something give me 415. And I know, yes, something is going to give me 83 times something will give me 415. Now I'm going to separate this, and now I'm going to actually solve to find out 83 times what number will give me 415. So I'm going to start off with doing 83 times 1. Remember, write your work up and down so that you can multiply correctly. 3 times 1 is 3. 8 times 1 is 8. And we want to keep going until we get a number bigger than 415 or whatever number is on the inside. Now I'm going to go ahead and do 83 times 2. 3 times 2 is 6. 8 times 2 is 16. Right? Getting closer, but you keep going. Remember, go in order. So notice I'm doing times 1, times 2. Now I'm going to try times 3. Right, 83 times 3. 3 times 3 is 9. 8 times 3, 8, 16, 24. 24. Okay, getting closer, but I gotta keep going. Do the next number, times 4. 83 times 4. Right, 4 times 3 is 4, 8, 12. Carry your 1. 4 times 8 right? 8, 16, 24, 32, plus 1, 33. So 8 times 4 is 332. So I'm getting closer. I still want to keep going. Do the next number. So I did times 4. Let me try times 5. 83 times 5. 5 times 3, I know is 15. 8 times 5, right? 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, plus 1 is 41. Oop, and I got the exact number. So I'm actually going to go ahead and stop there only because I got the exact number that I needed. So let's go ahead and write out the number. So write out, I'm going to circle it so that I know this is what I'm using. And I'm circling especially that 5 because that 5 is actually going to go ahead and go up here at the top. Now I do my little tiny multiply sign to help me remind me that now I have to do 83 times 5, and that's the number I'm writing under here, right? Again, I already found out from my work 83 times 5 is 415, so I just write 415, and now I subtract. 5 minus 5 is 0, 1 minus 1 is 1, and 4 minus 4 is 0. Oh, and actually, excuse me, 1 minus 1 is 0. So I have no remainders, so my answer is 5. So my quotient is 5, and my remainder is 0. And ta-da, I am done. All right, please be careful. Remember, if you find that you have a bigger number here, that means you probably chose the wrong number on your side. Go to the lowest or that next number that is not bigger than the number here in the inside of the house, right? Also be careful when you subtract. Remember, if I had a 0 here, I cannot do 0 minus 5. So sometimes you're gonna have to borrow from the neighbor. So just be careful when you are subtracting, and always double check what number you are choosing on the side. Right. I can also look at my estimate. Remember, we said our estimate was my answer should be 5 or close to 5, and my answer was actually exactly 5. So I am correct. Okay. All right, guys, good luck. Remember, watch this again if you need to. Take a pause and pause it if you need to. And again, if you need help, just come back to the video and rewatch. All right, bye.